was born in Karachi, Pakistan, and I am middle of 3 siblings. So I have one older brother and one younger brother, and very, very fond memories of my childhood up until my dad died when I was 8 years old. That was when my life was transformed a little bit. I went to medical school in Karachi. Decided to go into medicine because I had seen how my mother struggled, as she was not a professional woman after my father's death, and had to depend on my grandfather to help us sort of survive. And that sort of helped me make that decision very, very early on, that I have to have a profession and a career for me to have a good life. In order to train further or do something more in terms of improving the career required getting out of Pakistan, because the training options were very limited. But I belong to a very conservative family, and the possibility of me coming on my own to a foreign country was not even an option for me to think about. The only way it could have happened was if I was married to someone, and that would be the only way that I could get out of Pakistan to train further, to do anything with my career further. Luckily, I had met my husband to be at that time early on in med school, and both of us had decided together that in order to improve our career, we would need to train further and either go to UK or the US. I think what made our decision easier was because somehow when we looked at the process of training and how to apply for the process, it seemed like there was a system in place for the US, where you take your US MLEs, where you go into a residency, you train for a number of years, and then that at the end of that time period, there was a sort of your career was sort of set. When we looked at the UK possibilities and hearing stories from other friends as well, it seemed like it wasn't so clear-cut for United Kingdom. The things that I miss most about home is family, food, and the sea. When I came to Rochester, Minnesota, I realized this was completely landlocked, and I desperately missed the water. I didn't realize that, how much, even though, in Karachi, the sea is sort of not within the town. You have to drive down a little bit, or you have to drive out of the boundaries of the city to get to the sea. But we used to do it every, month or so, every few months, and just the sight of the sea was, growing up with that, I felt, when I came here, I felt really landlocked and claustrophobic initially, missed the sight of water. Growing up in Pakistan, in a very conservative society, women don't have that much freedom, or things may be changing now, but when I was growing up, I grew up in a very, very sheltered environment, in a very protected environment. But I clearly remember that when I came here, the first thing was, oh, I can bike and I can go out by myself and do so much on my own. So there was this exhilarating feeling of freedom that I felt.